Yo, what's up? What's up, your boy Domuto. We're back with another video today. We are watching Playback, and this y'all ruined Jonathan Majors over lies. Now I fuck with Jonathan Majors acting, and I heard about the situation, and I remember because I saw Creed 3, and that was a good ass movie, man. Really good movie, man. And I liked his acting in that movie. I haven't seen no other movie with him in it, but I know he's a pretty good actor, and yeah, man, he had a little situation with his girlfriend at the time, and I heard it was lies. I heard it was whatever happened. So let's get into it. Let's see what they're talking about.
The story went so many ways. At first, it looked like she was lying, and then it looked like she was telling the truth. Like every 2 weeks, something would come out, and people would be like, "Knew it. He was innocent," or "Knew it.
He's guilty.
He beats women."
Just beats them. Jonathan Majors, amazing actor. At the top of the year, around March 25th, I believe, he got arrested, and he was being charged for bopping his then girlfriend, and apparently the bopping resulted in her having a broken finger and a lacerated ear. Like that word, lacerated?
I guess.
He lacerated is crazy.
Word, I guess.
Yeah,
I like them all.
Because I could have just said cut or nicked, but I said lacerated.
You read the report?
I read it because that's the terminology they be using, lacerated. And also there's a couple other things that transpired as well, but those are the biggest accusations. So we didn't hop on the story because, of course, we like to wait for information to come out. As time has progressed, there has been more and more conflicting
shit was crazy.
Information has come out, but recently there's been very hard-hitting evidence that has been reported now that is claimed that it's borderline impossible that he could have done this. There's no way. So the original story was that Jonathan Majors and his girlfriend at the time got into an altercation in the car that resulted in I believe the altercation was based off of him potentially cheating or something like that, or something had to do with their relationship. That resulted in Majors bopping her, and then she then went to his loft. I don't know why that would happen. He wasn't there at the loft when it happened. He just went out and did his own thing. And then the next morning when the police were called, he was proven that, she had the broken bones, et cetera, et cetera. People went out. Of course, they said, gotta believe him. Gotta believe her.
Sounds good to me.
Why would she?
I've never seen anyone in my life lie. Everyone tells the truth.
Never in your life. Have you seen that, huh? No. You ain't never seen nobody lie. No. Especially women.
It's so crazy how delusional people could be.
Yeah, when it comes to
it's fucking insane. You don't think humans are capable.
It's so crazy as a man to be accused of anything. I think, well, not to say man, just anybody, period, just to be accused of anything. But I say especially man. Actually, let me say that to be accused of anything, right? Is it's beating a woman, being alleged child, whatever, or SA, right? And you're innocent, but those news come out that you did it, and it's so hard to prove that you that thing is already out. The stigma's already out that you did this, even though you're innocent. And now you got to go prove that you're innocent. Even if you still prove that you're innocent, people still look at you weird and crazy. That shit wild.
Capable of lying. I've seen people lie for fucking petty small things.
Yep.
People will lie if it benefits them enough. Trust me.
So the first bit of evidence that was a bit contradictory was a body cam footage that on the police when his girlfriend. What is her name? I want to make sure I get her name. It just says his girlfriend. Damn, that bitch ain't got a name.
She's just a girlfriend, man.
It just say girlfriend. So the first bit of evidence came out is that when his girlfriend was being, I guess, interrogated or questioned by the police, she constantly stated over and over. This is on body cam footage. She constantly saying over and over again, what happened? Why my finger broken? What happened to my ear? What's going on? I don't know what happened. They would ask her, what happened? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. There's some reports claiming that she said, I don't know, to the police 15 to 20 times. It went from questioning to the police coaching her through what happened. He choked you. Just say he choked you, okay? Just say that. Just say he choked you.
Wow.
Your boyfriend did this. That's what he did. This is what many people are now believing would happen, is that when she went public first, or her team went public first and said, he did da-da-da-da to me, but then she took it back and said, ooh, no, he actually didn't do it to me. then there's a whole back and forth. This kind of leads into this concept of y'all keep telling us to just believe women, but even when women have different recollections of what may have happened that night and they take back their story, all of a sudden that, oh, now she's lying, oh, she's getting paid, don't believe her the first time. Understandably so, some people get coerced, but maybe, you know, potentially some other things may have happened.
There's also like a remarkable amount of evidence that proves like human memory is horrible, especially when it comes to traumatic events, like when it comes to bopping or seeing someone die. Like the brain sucks at remembering stuff like that. So
or possibly when you're blacked out drunk, because that's what happened here. So this is now the new evidence, and why we're making this video comes out. Jonathan Majors and his team has said that they have footage not only from the body cam of the police, but also surveillance footage of the night of the incident in the car, and also further surveillance footage as well of what happened beyond the night. So this is their recollection of what happened in the story. So first things first, they were in a car. Jonathan Majors and her are having a conversation that escalated to an argument. The driver is a chauffeur. This is a separate company, a separate entity from Jonathan Majors, and he said that he's willing to testify with this as well. The irony of it all is that in this altercation in the car, Jonathan Majors never raised his voice, never lifted a hand, and if anything, as the chauffeur claimed himself, his girlfriend is the one who was assaulting him.
it's crazy. That is fucking insane.
That's wild.
Insane.
Also, that's so common that like I guess he's so big and strong, little glazed, that like you don't think that
Little
assaults
glazed.
matter when it's happening to him.
Of course not.
Because like if it was the other way around, like your reaction would be visceral. But when he's the one getting hit, it's like he could take it.
Yeah.
He could take a couple hits to the head or whatever.
Absolutely.
He just did a fucking boxing movie, didn't he?
Yep.
He took hella hits to the head for the movie. So what? She's gonna knock him out? That's what people's thinking. They just think it does no damage.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It should just be excused.
So as she's doing the bopping in the car, again, this can be proved. This is gonna be backed by the chauffeur. Jonathan Major yells, "Stop the car! Stop the car!" Tries to get out the car, and as he's attempting to get out the car, she's still yanking him in the car, yanking him, and even rips his jacket in the process. After he yanks her,
Be careful, fellas. Be careful.
Surveillance footage of her tying her hair up and tying it near her ear. This is important because if your finger was broken in that altercation, then you wouldn't be able to tie your finger. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tie your hair, and you wouldn't be getting close to your ear, or at least you would notice like, yo, what's going on with my ear or my finger. So there's some evidence claiming that that is not where she cut herself or she broke her finger. Actually, right after that altercation had happened, Jonathan Majors got out of the car. He's such a great guy, good fucking guy, man. Some fans said, "Is that Jonathan Majors? Oh my God, take a picture!" He obliged and took a picture after getting bopped in the car, man.
That's insane.
Insane.
What are the odds?
So
That's
Jonathan
crazy.
Majors is around this is at night, like around 1 a.m. at night. He goes to a hotel. She goes out to continue the party. Right? There's actual not only evidence of this because Jonathan Majors was texting her a breakup text like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is why I can't do this anymore. We're finished." But also there's video evidence of her walking around at the nightclub after they had separated. And matter of fact, this is the video footage of her walking around the nightclub when it happened. So that's her right there. She's walking around. She looks fine. Nothing's wrong with her. She's probably texting Jonathan Majors at that point. She's using her right hand, That's the one where the finger broke. This is right after they split up for the night. She's walking around, and she's out partying and clubbing. There's gonna be another clip with her at a DJ booth.
Nah, having a blast.
Having a blast, man.
Finger broke.
A blast. So she's at the DJ booth, hugging the DJ. It seems like she's fine. Nothing's wrong with her. Nothing.
Giving the DJ money to play a song. Look like it.
DJs, you don't get upset when there's like 15,000 people on your stage?
Yeah, hey man, he didn't. So after that happened, something happened with her between that moment to where she goes back to Jonathan Majors' loft and blacks out. Jonathan Majors comes back. He leaves the hotel, comes back to his loft after he's cooled down after the altercation. He goes into his loft. He walks around. He knows the door is locked. He goes to get the handyman to unlock the door. Handyman unlocks the door, and they found her half naked inside the closet. Yep, half naked inside the walk-in closet. There he is, right there. Inside Majors and the handyman found Jabari half naked and passed out.
That's
in the
crazy.
Walk-in closet, and the handyman is also willing to testify testify at this as well. So
You
they
know how
both
lucky,
found.
you know how lucky you had to be that the right people,
I know.
like the driver was there and the fans were there, and each
So
way he
fucking
had an
crazy.
alibi that he could reference, because that's not everyone's situation. Like it's difficult. Like he's lucky he's as popular as he is, because a person who doesn't have that fame or notoriety, you don't have those alibis. Now there's this allegation against you and you're cooked. How the fuck do you prove you didn't do it? You came home and she's there. Statistically, the odds are you're the one who did it. So everyone's gonna lean towards believing that you're the one who committed the crime. It's a fucked up situation, man.
Yep. And so they said that in Major's in his house, or his penthouse, in his penthouse, it says that there's evidence that would show that her right ear was bloody when they found her, the knuckle and her middle finger was swollen and bright purple, with vomit on the bed and a bottle of sleeping pills nearby. Not only that, then Majors, here's the biggest irony of it all, Jonathan Majors is the one who actually called the police on her, because he's like, yo, she's passed out. She has a clearly broken finger. There's blood. Called the police just for the police to get there and to still arrest him. Also, part of the body cam footage,
Wow.
allegedly there are, the police were making potentially Ross's comments, claiming like, how could a black guy afford this type of penthouse, like in the lines of those type of comments, because they didn't know
Crazy.
what it was at the time.
What type of world niggas in?
So yeah, so that's what the update is now.
That's a crazy comment for like in today's society. That's a crazy comment. Like we ain't got like 1,000 rappers, a bunch of actors, and a bunch of athletes, and not just that. We got doctors, we got lawyers now, we got all that. Just to, you still say that? That's crazy.
Now everything's caught up. So for those who don't know, not only are they going to trial on August 3rd for his trial, they were hoping that a lot of this stuff got thrown out, but the date has already been made. So they're on the trial on August 3rd. But now she's been arrested now. She's been hit with charges, because if somebody's willing to testify that they actually saw her assaulting him, then this is where we are right now as well.
She should.
Yep.
And he countersued.
Yep.
Good for him, man.
Facts. So, and then also, like I said before, when the police got there, they arrested Majors. Again, they were asking her, like, what happened? And she kept saying over and over again, I don't know. So, I guess and again, just for people who don't know, we're going to wait to see what's going to happen. Like I said before, August 3rd is when they're going to go to court. But there seems to be an overwhelming amount of evidence that will point to the favor that Majors is innocent, and if anything, he was the one who was the victim of that night. And the irony
This
of it
nigga,
is that he did
his
everything
management
he was
team
supposed to
dropped him.
do.
I remember seeing that
He got
shit.
dropped by his management team.
Yeah, he
lost
just said it.
opportunities. Of course, his future, his career is hanging in the balance.
He was on he was in a Marvel movie.
Completely made up lie on his name.
He about to be in the
And
next
even worse
big
is that
enemy in the
once more,
Marvel
this is another
universe.
example to why you don't
With
jump to
Kane,
conclusions. You
whatever.
don't rush to some type of outcome just because you believe that women don't lie or believe all women. There's a possibility that things may transpire. This is a great example here. But the irony of it all is that he was the one who was assaulted. He was the one who was a victim. He's the one who called the police, and he's the one who still got arrested. He's the one who is still going to lose a lot more opportunities because people have already made up their mind, even if more information gets put out. And he is the one who is going to be made an example of and lose way more in the process than she will. Way more. I mean, taking sleeping pills in this man's penthouse and all that stuff. There's video of it as well. Also, like I said before, there's video of him trying to exit it's not out yet, but apparently there's video footage of him also trying to exit the car and her pull him back in over and over and over again.
This actually pisses
That's
me
crazy.
off, bro.
Yeah.
This pisses me the fuck off, man.
Yeah, if
it
you're
makes
being
me upset
abused
just because
and a dude was leaving the car
don't
and you're trying to pull him back
understand.
in,
You know
you're
what? Let me take that back. I
the fuck?
understand why some of you all get like these type of situations because you're never in these type of situations, and that's not like an insult to you all, but it's just the reality is that people like Jonathan Majors have to move differently. They have way more to lose, and so you can't even fathom why someone would just randomly lie or how things can be flipped in this type of situation because you're not around these type of people at all. You're probably around regular men, regular women who don't have that much to lose in any type of situation. But when you're in an environment like this where there's so many things that are against you, even just as a man, this this whole scenario scares the hell out of me, bro. Imagine you coming home and then your girlfriend is blacked out drunk somewhere in your room or somewhere in your house with a locked door. Like, how do you even explain that to anybody, like, without you looking crazy? Like, that's mad scary, bro.
I came home and she was just there, and I don't know.
Yo, this pissed me off. The same, not the
Like,
same
that sounds so
thing, but,
crazy.
like, I had a similar situation happen to me, and it's you know what the thing is, bro? Your camera is like, bro, I learned how valuable my camera is that day. I was in a car with somebody mid breakup, and she started to get physical, and I didn't know what to do, but I wasn't gonna push her back. Instead, I just took whatever. My fucking shoulder was. I told the story on the podcast. There's no need to get into all the details, but my solution was just to remove myself to the point where I had to, after spending 4 hours telling her to get out my car, I had to evacuate my own car because she was about to pepper.
4 hours is crazy.
And she felt so comfortable and confident doing all of that because I wasn't reacting aggressively. In all reality, I could have picked her up and thrown her out the car. It would have been very simple. But that's what she was tempting me to do. She was baiting me to do that the whole fucking time.
4 hours is crazy.
Feel me?
I would have lost patience.
Is after hours and hours and hours.
That's major. That's high patience right there.
Could you get out the car? Please, could you get out the car? Please, could you get out the car? Please, could you get out the car? It wasn't until I picked up my fucking phone and recorded her sitting in my passenger seat that she finally, in a fucking instant, got out the car and walked home.
And the reason why she did that is because she knows for a fact that if it's your word against hers, they're gonna believe her until there's actual irrefutable evidence that would say the otherwise. And that's, I mean, and again, that's such a known thing that women would use that against men to leverage themselves in those situations.
So like, I know what it would have looked like, and God is so good that there was a patrol officer across from her house, and it was pointed in our direction. And those cars are always recording. It just records their dash cam. So there was video footages too. But like, you don't know that a fan is gonna catch you when you pop out, and she's pulling you back in, and there's gonna be witnesses. Like, you don't know when something's gonna happen that you're gonna have proof it happened, because so much things happen in your life that you don't have proof of. But when someone comes up with these allegations, it's like we don't know. We dead ass have no clue. So let's just wait to see what happened. Maybe he did it, but we still don't even have all the evidence.
Still don't have all the evidence.
That's the point. Like, during the trial, there's going to be things that come out. And so what I see happen a lot is people just pick sides, especially on that fucking Bird app. But that shit be getting me tight.
That shit is crazy.
Pick sides on whichever affiliation they're riding with that most relates to them, and that's all that matters. There's no logic in it. There's no innocent until proven guilty. It's just he did it, and he's going to have to prove he did it to me, which is such an insane fucking bar to set. Like, I don't know, bro. I think America fell off because that's a dangerous position to be in, where you start to have to prove you didn't do something. You know how hard it is to prove I didn't do something? Yeah. It's very challenging. But I learned that every time I get pulled over by the police, I've been getting harassed. Nobody believes me, because if it's not your experience, it's hard for you to see it for others. Every car of mine now has a dash cam. When they tell me something like, don't drive this car on the road, just drive it on the track. With a car like this, I'm probably gonna be seeing you a lot more often. I'm around this area. When he threatened to throw me in jail over 10 cents, bro, I've been told so many things that it's so tough to believe that I record everything now. This whole property, every inch of it is recorded. We have a whole security team that records every fucking thing that happens. Nothing can happen on this property without it being recorded. Nothing can happen without me thinking of pulling out my phone to record. There is about 17 cameras in this room alone. Everything I feel like should be recorded for my own fucking safety, because you never know.
Talk your shit.
And that's the scariest part, is you're doing it for your own protection. It's a dangerous world we live in. You got to protect yourself at the end of the day, man. And situations like these make me afraid to meet people, because you don't know who's capable of what. You got no fucking clue.
You don't.
Also, for people who don't know what potentially may have happened with her finger in her ear, it's not 100% sure right now. Of course, no evidence, but apparently the text message that they had back and forth with one another once they separated was her insinuating self-deletion and also harming herself. So that could.
Has that ever happened to you before?
Self-deletion text to me?
Hell no.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest things, man.
Yeah.
Because then you have to respond.
I think.
Yeah.
Even if you want to remove yourself from the situation, you know.
I don't think that ever happened.
Humanity is like, you can't just, if you know that there's something you can help, you gotta help.
If it did.
But we'll just casually throw that around as if like it's something, but it's just
Yeah,
really
they-
to manipulate and
yeah.
gaslight you.
Bro.
That's what it's for. It's just for to gaslight you. It's been a while though, but it is used to gaslight you.
That's the most childish shit ever.
continue
You
to
do
be
that
roped into
and
the
you're not for
conversation,
real
so you
about it.
continue to be entertaining the shenanigans, and she was probably making those texts while she was out and about, potentially, allegedly at the club. She potentially was making those texts while she was at the club, not even thinking
Women are
about that type
crazy.
of stuff. But yo, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't jump to any conclusions as always, but if you want to jump on one thing, jump on that.
Man, look. Now, don't let these recent celebrity things fool you now. Okay? Because most often than not, and I hate when they say believe all women. Believe most women. I will say that. Believe most women, because most often than not, women are actually getting abused, R-worded, SA'd out here. Most often than not. Okay? So it's just a hard line, because you, like I said, innocent until proven guilty. So I just live by that. Just live by that. Let's get all the facts out. Let's see what the court say, and then we can go to, all right, bam. Okay, you did. Okay, bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. Tough, man. Be careful out here, man. Be careful. When you're dealing with people that like to gaslight and want to get a reaction out of you, pull the camera out. Like our agent said, pull that camera out, man. You know what I'm saying? Be the adult in the situation. Walk away. You know what I'm saying? And be on about your day, man. Go to, you know what I'm saying? Have the camera out. Walk away. Protect yourself in the means of what off what they're doing. If somebody's trying to kill you, then yeah, you can protect yourself. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah. So anyway, like my reaction, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.